the bank. Show you how to make them pay attention when they ain't. Say what they gon' do, but they don't do it cause they can't. Make them bounce, rock, shake. Hands on the plate, call it strawberry cake. Try to stop my play, sorry you a little late. Tell them one time, baby, I don't like to wait. Make them bounce. 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 Make them bounce.
We are in Brooklyn. The home of the Nets for an interconference matchup right here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Today's game finds the Grizzlies winding down their road trip.
They are desperate for a win, Kevin. I mean, they lost a number of games in a row, and their opponent is a team they should be able to handle. So this could be what I call chicken soup, just that medicine you need to kind of get over that groggy period.
And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And as good as a team as they were a year ago, they hated seeing these guys in their meetings. Just couldn't get it done against them.
And even with all their talent, they finished 0-2 in the series. I mean, you know they're happy to be in different conferences now.
Here's Bane. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
And as we come down the stretch of the regular season, Greg, teams jousting for playoff position. How much did you worry about the seeding when you played?
You know, it matters, but for those teams who had injuries or a rough stretch, you start to focus on those road games and prepare to steal some in the playoffs.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Pass to Drummond. Here's Curry with the 3. Gets the 3-point.
Oh, the nigga.
Nice play, and you can see their gap.
Don't leave no Curry open like that, nigga.
You know, they need to stay aggressive.
Put some respect
Build
on
the
Curry
lead
now,
up
nigga.
while they've got the chance. Don't waste this
Good
opportunity.
shot.
Basket good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
In the corner, Simmons with it. Let's keep it alive. Drummond fires the three. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And that one's good. Morant. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball.
Now here's Drummond. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Adams, some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Drummond likes to be in the middle of the action at both ends of the floor, playing defense and gobbling up rebounds. He makes a lot of good defensive plays.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And they'll keep possession. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And if you're one... Ja Morant confidence. Well, look, this kid is fearless and he's hungry. On his shoulder.
And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
So he gets them both.
Oh, amazing to see someone go from unrecruited to potential MVP someday. That's been Ja Morant's trajectory.
Last 2 minutes to play. First quarter.
Now here's Durant. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Melton, no good. Nets leading by 3. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really the rest of the team.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons can bounce now. He's 6'11", but he can get up in the air, too. Makes dunks a lot more fun when you're that tall and can bounce like Simmons can.
Now, here's Clark. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Now here's Jones. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And here is Simmons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
his
You know,
first
Ben
foul.
Simmons so unique as a player. I think he's one of the few non-bigs who can actually dominate a game scoring below the foul line. Not just scoring, but with his passing, too.
Pass to Clark. Here's Jones. With 1 on the clock. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Brooklyn ahead, up by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. Basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks. Down low, Aldridge.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Left side, Jones. And another miss by Memphis.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
The shot's good from Claxton.
Good awareness by Simmons. He's so good at reading the defense and finding a shooter and setting him up perfectly.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Outside, KD. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. And every year we see, Greg, some incredible comebacks. What distinguishes, in your mind, those with the resilience to battle back?
I think it starts with a belief and desire. And the great ones truly hate to lose.
Bane, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
Bane, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Pass to Curry. Outside Durant. Inside. Here's Claxton. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. And the Nets lead by 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So both teams changing it up here. High post, KD. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
Here's KD. He gets that one. KD's got 6 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Morant. And the layup is good. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Pass to Adams. Now here's Morant. Covered by Mills. Shot, high post. Tries again. Adams' shot is good. 8 points for him.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's KD. And that one is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And there's the call on Durant. That's his third foul of the game. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
76% at the strike for him thus far this season.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
To the middle. Back to Simmons. Shoots over Melton. A second chance effort. Here's Drummond. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Just 3 on the clock. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Morant right side for the lead, and the layup is good. Morant's got the first bucket of the third here for the Grizzlies.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. That shot off the mark. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Bane. Lays it up off the glass. Bane's got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way. But Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait. The wide open look for Durant. Here's Drummond. Pass to Curry. Off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Brown outside. Shot's good by Durant. And that's now 17 points for Kevin Durant.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into his shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Adams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And I've heard Adams is a big gamer, video games. I mean, he doesn't watch sports in his off time like a lot of guys. He'd rather have a controller in his hand.
Outside Williams. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Durant. And stolen by Williams. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
Assisted by.
And that's what they want to see out of Jackson. Getting out on the break and just busting it up the court.
Good try by Simmons.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
To the inside. Here's Drummond. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
If you look at the leaders in rebounding, it's almost a sure thing that Drummond's name is going to be near the top of that list. That's the kind of impact on the boards he's made over his career.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pass to Adams. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. And Greg, when it comes to players who've led the league in rebounding, very few have done it as many times as Drummond.
And of the guys that have done it more than twice, like Andre, I've got some good news for him. Every one of them is either in the Hall of Fame or soon will be. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
The Nets have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Pass to Anderson. To the paint. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn trailing. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
I think he's the ultimate point forward. Simmons has the skills of a point guard, the size of a 4-man, and is terrific off the bounce.
And here's Melton. Left side, Adams. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
He's not an easy guy to get a shot up and over. Aldridge has those long arms, and his timing's good, too.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nets. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 1. Pass to Griffin. Curry on the wing. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Curry.
who's gaining more and more confidence over time from deep. Seth Curry proving he's got touch from out there.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Brown. Pass to Griffin. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Nets leading by 4. Here's Simmons driving to the basket. That's tipped.
Rejected by Brooks. Part of why he's stuck as a second rounder. Dillon gives great effort on defense. Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the stretch that he's having here. And, boy, I really admire his energy. And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it. Really demonstrates
setup. Good setup.
Good setup.
We on YouTube too, bro.
The guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to Brown. Back to Simmons. And the rejection by Jackson. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll
Come on,
to the
Durant.
line. It's on Kevin Durant.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson's going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
Nets leading by 3. Here's Drummond. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 6 points for Drummond. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Memphis moving it around. Pass to Bane. It's Morant in the corner. Anderson with the ball. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
So both teams making some changes here. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Ooh, good shit, man.
And finished off by Morant.
Hard trying to contain Morant. When he makes up his mind he's going to score, he goes full force.
Stolen by Brooks. Jackson with it. Picked up by Aldridge. There's the lob to Jackson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
It's Drummond with the drive. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. During the break, this was what was going on in Steve Nash's huddle. This game's still up for grabs. He told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to project it.
Here's Jackson. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Nets with the lead. Here's KD. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Jackson. The drive by Brooks. That puts them in the lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Grizzlies?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're getting no easy looks.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. 1:06 left to play in the final quarter. The drive by Brooks. Here's Adams. And Durant sends it back.
Well, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
Here's Irving.
Kyrie.
It's in.
Kyrie Irving is simply caught fire.
Fuck, she nigga had going down, boy.
And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Morant. A rebound by the
Fuck no,
Nets.
nigga.
The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Curry on the wing. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Durant. Shoots over Adams. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
And stolen by Simmons. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul.
That's his second personal.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trailed by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
And another
Stupid.
turnover here by Memphis.
You lost though. You stupid. You just ain't shit, fuck nigga. You wanna play no all-ball defense, bitch ass nigga? Man, cause you lost all ass nigga.
These are those games that feel so great.